Now, kids, while you're doing your life, there's something that the so-called adults will be busy doing as well. They're going to be doing what's called a life budget. Now, they're used to these financial budgets, which are basically them keeping everybody else's money in order. But they're going to do a life budget. What is that? That has to do with their life. And what they have to do is this. You paying attention, moms and dads and everybody else on the planet? You sit down in a room by yourself. No music, no phones, no buzzers, no noise, no nothing. And you sit there with a 3-ring binder with pages in it and a pencil with eraser. If you want to use a pen, fine. And you're going to start with the day you were born. And each page at the minimum is going to be for each year. So you're going to start off with 0 when you're born. Then when you were 1-year-old, 2-year-old, these are separate pages. Some years you're going to have multiple pages possibly. Okay? And that's how you keep them in order. And you're going to write down every single thing that you recall when you were 0. It may be none. If it's none, don't write anything on the page. Don't write none. Leave the page blank. You just have a 0 at the top. Next page, 1. What do you recall? Write it all down. Anything? No? Blank. Next. 2. 3. Keep going. Keep going. Every year, take your time. This is not a speed test. It's the last thing it is a speed test. It's actually a molasses test. It's going to take you a while. You hope. When you're done, don't go back and change things that you recalled while you're doing this. This could take you quite a while. It may take you, depends on what you did, quite a while. That's all I'll say. Or it could be quick. I don't know. But definitely every year has to be in this book, and it has to be marked, and it has to be in order. You're going to stop 5 years before where you are now. Okay? You're going to stop. That's the end. 5 years before this. Okay? If you're younger, let's say under 30, then I would stop 3 years before. Okay, once you get to 40 or 50, you want to stop 5 years before. The way this will work is, once you get older, you're only going to do this every 5 years. You're going to pull out the same book, and then you're going to do the next 5 years, but you're always going to be 5 years ahead. So you're going to be recalling from 5 years back to 10 years back. You understand? Anything that you recall that happened in prior years after you're done, you can go back and add it, but you should do it in a different color. So it wasn't your instant recollection. So you just do it in a different color. Why? I don't know. Maybe it'll have a tool for you, or it'll have a value in the future. I don't know. But it just makes sense to me if you're doing something afterwards, when you're going to record it in a different color. You can ignore the different color when you go back. Do whatever you want, but at least you'll have that option. You'll know something was different in the recording aspect. Okay? And that's what you're going to do. And then, this is all self-scoring, by the way. Everything about all of this is self-scoring because it's just about you. It has nothing to do with anybody else whatsoever. It doesn't have to do with your kids, your friends, your spouse, no one, just you. Your parents, nobody, just you. It's all self-scoring. I highly recommend you not bullshitting yourself. When you're done, that's your life. That's your life budget. Okay? Also, none of this should be done on any electronic devices. Paper, pencil, eraser. You alone, no interference is possible. If you have to go to a different location, do it. Very detailed as you can possibly make it. Now, during any of this time period, do not have discussions with people for reminders. Do not do that. That would be a great disservice to yourself. And just to ease your mind, that's actually going to be done afterwards, and that's going to be your other color. So you're going to have multiple colors there. Or you could just keep the whole entire thing private and not ever do that part. That's really not an important part, quite frankly. But you know how everybody likes to chatter and stuff. So all I'm saying is if you're going to do that, it must be done afterwards. And if you're going to add stuff, which you should do it in a completely different color. So you'll actually have a third color. And that's as much as I'm going to tell you right now to do with that. Be the source.